development programs. So in the faculty development programs, what we deliver here, whatever trending technologies, if we say, there will be some kind of skill gap between the academia and industry, right? So the industry is looking for skilled manpower in a specific domain. If say, I can say AI, if they are looking the skill set in AI, but we are not finding the skill set in the academia. So whatever the skill gap between the industry academia, we are kind of bridge fulfilling the gap. That is our main objective here. So fulfilling the gap between academia and industry, we are creating a multi-fold programs like faculty development program, students skill development program, and youth empowerment, entrepreneurship. Such a way we are delivering 7 types of program to our member institutions. So maybe you have noticed in front of this building there is a program going on, there is skill development program, we used to call non-Mudalvan, right? That non-Mudalvan is taken care by us earlier. So only we train faculty members under the non-Mudalvan scheme. So rest of the things we have given to the other body to handle the student programs. So such as we executing the programs. So we are in the education sector from the past 14 years, servicing throughout India and bringing many knowledge people to the market, especially the trending knowledge. So nowadays we are tied up with MNC companies. If namely says Microsoft is our partner, Cisco is our partner, UiPath is our partner, Infosys, Cognizant, and Capgemini. We have almost nearby 20 to 24 MNCs tied up with us. So as you have seen my achievements, so I got 2 awards from different industries. One is from Cisco in the year 2023 and other one award from UiPath. So what we used to do here, specific to academia and industry, the industry bring request to us, says that we want that skilled manpower in this specific area, but they have their own object, but it won't suit for our academia. So we people, what we do, according to our academia, we will customize the products and bring it to the academia to make sure it's fruitful learning. That's why I have achieved 2 achievements in the past 2 years. So that's brief about ICT Academy. If you want to know more about, you can search the URL www.ictacademy.in. If you go there, you will get plenty of information related to my company. That's all. So next, moving into our session, as Sir mentioned, I'm going to handle the Internet of Things first. In this one, I plan to discuss 2 things here. First one is, we are going to discuss about generic concepts of IoT. Generic concepts of IoT, because once we know the generic concepts, then only we can understand how we can implement the same available concepts to our smart agriculture. That is the way. So I'm going to do this one in 2 ways. First, we are going to discuss about generic. The second part, we are going to discuss about related to smart agriculture. Smart agriculture. So the topics I am going to cover, starting with introduction to IoT and its ecosystem. So then we are going to discuss about, followed by sensors, data monitoring, then wireless communication, data processing, and finally we are going to discuss about how we can implement these concepts into specific to smart agriculture. Okay. So going with the IoT, basically before entering into IoT, what do you feel? The IoT belongs to any specific domain, like electronics or electrical or IT, such a way? Is a multidisciplinary domain. Because you take any kind of industry, the two technologies are multidisciplinary domain. One is cyber security. The number 2 is IoT. These 2 things it's multidisciplinary. It's applicable to every domain. For example, we can use the IoT in automobiles, ITs, health monitoring, agriculture, we are going to discuss. So first of all, we have to understand here. So whenever we see the topic or the subject, so we decide, hey, it's not belongs to us. It's for the people those are handling electronics or the instrumentation or the electrical. No, it's a multidisciplinary first of all. So what is IoT? The Internet of Things refers to a network of interconnected devices that communicate and share information each other over the internet. What is that? First of all, it's connected and share the communication each other over the internet. Okay. So whatever device, for example, are we using any IoT devices here? Everybody is using. Can you give? No. I'm speaking about right now. Do we have any IoT in our places or maybe in our bodies? Which one? Everyone knows Tamil, right? You don't know Tamil. Okay, I will give. So we are sitting here. My question here is, do we have any IoT based device right now? Yes or no?
Yes.
Which is the device? Which is the device? Mobile phones. It's very simple IoT. But we're thinking of IoT, whenever we see IoT, that is different from why we should put our head into that. Right? But nowadays, every movement of us, it's monitored by IoT device. Example, I will give you a simple example. If I'm going to a new place, okay, what I do, I don't know about that place. For example, I came from Chennai and get down in Sidambaram and I came here. Okay, if I want to come to here from railway station, I have to use the GPS. Okay, so when I turn on the GPS, it's kind of an IoT, right? So it's showing the way how to reach the Annamalai University. At the same time, showing the way, also it's recording my information into the cloud. Are you agree with me? It's simple. I'm having a wearable. It's a IoT. So without knowing, we are using IoTs. Okay, in many ways and many applications. So here, this is the way basically the IoT devices connected to internet and data is processed, sharing the information and analyzed. So key components of IoT. These are the, we can say, if we used to say core, right? So if we say core components of IoT, these are the four things. With the help of four components, we can complete the overall IoT application. So what are the four key components? The first one is the sensor actuators. Okay, first one is the sensor. Do we have any sensor in your smartphone? Can you give me an example of what sensor we do have in your smartphone?
Temperature sensor.
Temperature sensor.
Inbuilt.
It's not. Actually, temperature sensor we don't have in our mobile phones. Basically, we are getting the data from the cloud. That's one thing. Yeah. But one or two means specific model we are having, not in the common. Yes, sir. Sorry? Fingerprint. Okay. Sorry? Touch sensor. That's fingerprint and touch. Such a way we do have many kind of sensors. Example, if you say, if you take a camera, when we are trying to capture any photo, at the time also it's capturing. We do have AI is inbuilt with the camera application. Says that this looks will be good, this lighting will be good. Such a way it works. So such a way we have using sensors in many applications or many devices. And what is the reason why we should use sensors Any idea why we should use sensor? In mobile we have sensor, in handheld device, smart devices we have sensor.
Capture the environment.
For accuracy or monitoring. Okay, the same way we are going to discuss about sensor in detail and the different types of sensor we can use for our different purpose. Then connectivity, if it comes to connectivity, it says about how the sensors are connected. How the sensors are connected from sensor to IoT hub. We used to call IoT hub. IoT hub means how we do have the Wi-Fi device or Wi-Fi router. If we switch on the Wi-Fi in our smartphone, it will be connected to a Wi-Fi router. The same way, IoT hub is a router of IoT devices. So the IoT signals will be connected to the IoT hub. Then IoT hub will be connected to the server or application. That's the way. The next one is data processing. After collecting the information, here the sensor is going to collect the information. With the help of connectivity, it's passing the information to the IoT hub. From the IoT hub, it's going to process the data. Then finally, used to get the user interface. I can simply explain you with this same four components. I do have wearable, right? In this wearable, I have a sensor called the proximity sensor or the motion sensor. So whenever I walk, it will be count a step. It will be count a step. But I'm not getting analysis here. Basically, the count step will be sent to my mobile application with the help of Bluetooth connectivity. We have sensor here in wearable. Then going connectivity is Bluetooth connectivity going to mobile. Then data processing. Who is process data? Application is processing data. Application in the sense cloud application process the data. Based on the data process, I am getting in the particular day I have step down into 10,000 steps or 5,000 steps. That much calorie I have burned. Such a way, finally I used to get user interface. Which way? I have an application in my mobile. In application I will get the data. Got it? So basically all IoT applications based on this four components: sensor, then communication, then data processing, then user interface. Here, examples of IoT where we can use, as I mentioned, it's a multidisciplinary. We can use in different domains. So industrial automation, wearables, smart home devices, and smart agriculture, health monitoring systems. Many places, it's a multidisciplinary domain. Importance of IoT, enhance efficiency. As I asked you, so why we are using the sensors? The reason behind is enhancement. Enhancement, for example, I want to share one experience with you all. It's a saddest news for me. Last week, what happened? One of my friend working as my colleague, he is very young only, not much older, 45 and less than 50. He's very simple person, dietitian. He's very lean person, okay, lean person. Always we used to share some common thoughts and having lunch together and all. If you look him, you will say he is the healthiest person. Okay, what happened suddenly last week Monday, not last Monday, last week Monday, because of the high BP, so he was admitted in the hospital, in ICU. After that, what happened? He was discharged from the hospital back to home last Thursday evening. Again, last Friday evening, he was admitted into hospital because of the BP issue. Then again, Saturday, not more here. So why I'm telling this, the reason behind the enhancement, nowadays we need an enhancement. What enhancement? He's a simple person, he won't wear some kind of gadgets and all. He's a very simple person. What I'm coming to say here, we need some kind of monitoring in our body itself. We think of why we need this and all. The reason behind this, the situation, the environment is changed. Earlier situation, environment is different. Our farmer people people used to work hard, they used to eat well and all. But now life hygienic is changed, right? Are you agree with me? We people are totally different from them. So mostly, one record says, the analysis says, in India, almost 82% of the people obese. Hope you understand what obese. So obesity definitely anyway that this is attack. So here we have to enhance something to understand ourselves. Understand why I given the example. He is a simple person, healthier person, but unfortunate for him, he lost. He will never use any kind of gadgets. Only the reason is BP, high BP for him. In a particular, within 7 days of time. So if he had such kind of any enhancement with his body, at least he comes to know, oh, I'm facing some kind of fluctuation in BP, I have to take care about my BP, whether to walk or maybe taking medication. That's the way. Enhancement is very, very important nowadays, not only for the health, for everything. So automated system and process, data collection, creative data analysis and insight is required, and the improved quality of life, convenience and improved services. So number one, as I mentioned, it's not only enhancement, not only required for the human being, it's required for some industries also. We are going to discuss in the end of our session, that is called how we can use IoT into smart agriculture. Okay, so here smart thermostats, health monitoring system, as we discussed. One more class is smart thermostat. Those companies, the companies using the big furnace, for them it's very difficult to monitor the temperature. Monitor temperature. So same way, maybe you visit a nuclear plants, there also the hazards are there. What kind of hazards? We know the radiation hazards are there. So earlier what is true, I visited nuclear power plant in Chennai, MAPS, Madras Atomic Power Station. So whenever we enter into the premises, especially to the nuclear plant, everyone should wear the radiation jacket. Then only they allow inside. The reason behind it, that much radiation would be inside the atomic unit, not the nuclear plant. So here, this hazards for the human beings. So how they can control with the help of automation or thermostat. Such a way we can implement every place the IoT devices to enhance our life, enhance our health, enhance our business, enhance our financials. So practical applications, we are going to not going to discuss everything. The last one we are going to discuss. So smart home energy management, industrial predictive maintenance, smart agriculture and precision farming, and we have two more. So if I say example of smart home, have you seen smart home? Any video, YouTube video, or maybe an ad, smart home? So I'm not sure whether it's implemented here or not, but the thing in Chennai kind of metro cities, metropolitan cities, they have started implementing the smart homes. So especially in the oversized towers like apartments, they have implemented. So like automated systems, example, if someone wants to enter into the premises, they have to recognize by AI. First it will sense the face. After sensing the face, AI will be compared into the existing database. Once the person is compared, it's fine, then they will allow. Such a way, smart devices started, and lighting. Even I was surprised. One of my visit to Delhi, stayed in hotel. We know in hotel means they have to make sure lighting is all on the time. Otherwise, the customers are not happy, right? So they have done this very well IoT thing. In the pathway, they have put such kind of bright lights along with the sensor. If movement is there, the light will glow with very bright. If no movement is there, the light will be dim. I was surprised because the hotel, they have implemented such a. Then I asked him, how you found this idea? No, sir, I mean, the guy is tech savvy. No, sir, I came to know that there is some technology available, so why we will not use for our purpose? Basically, it's available in the market, but most of the hotels not implemented, but he was implemented. Such a way, it's a surprise. So many places, they have started bringing the smart homes. So with the help of the smart homes, they can switch on the lights, switch on the appliances, electrical appliances, and they can switch on the thermostats, they can switch on the air conditioner. So what they do with the help of the internet connecting, Internet of Things, with the help of smart homes. If it comes to smart agriculture and precision farming, that we are going to discuss in detail how we can implement into the smart farming also the IoT devices. Now we are going to discuss about sensors. Okay. In sensors, what is the operation of sensor first? Basically, it will capture the physical, it will capture the physical input such as light, motion, air quality. So it will sense the physical things and it will create the data. The data will be in two forms. Hope everyone aware about it. What will be the forms? Data will be in two forms. Analog and digital. So we do have two, in sensors itself we have different kinds. So some sensors will generate the analog data, some sensors will generate the digital data. So that's we discussed. So here the sensors devices the data can respond to physical inputs such as light, heat, motion, etc. It's sensor. So here why sensor matter? Why we should use the sensor? The reason behind why we have to use the sensor, the first one is data collection. For collection of accurate data. Collection of accurate data. For example, the human being health condition will be varies time to time, every hour to hour. Now my boost up is more because in the morning. If I take the session for the whole day, what happens? My energy will goes down. There will be change because of the my energy goes down. There will be changes in my blood pressure, heart rate, anything, right? So if in the evening after completion of the program I say I was tired because of I handled the session for a whole day, I can say. But the thing, instead of I say in the evening I feel tired, so if I have some kind of gadgets like handheld device, so what I can do, at least in the lunch time or the break time I can monitor how many steps I have done today. So how many times I was standard. For example, especially virtual sessions, as Sir mentioned, I used to handle both virtual sessions and the direct sessions like here. If virtual session, no, it's very, direct session is better than the virtual session. The reason behind delivering the virtual session is it's a hectic. Because once we sit into this, at least I have a path to walk around and share the knowledge. But virtual session is not like that. Once we sit in the chair, that's all. Okay, so if we switch on the video, it's very horrible. Okay, we can't even move for a minute. Okay, so sitting for long duration, for an hour's basis or 2 hours, so it's not not healthier to us. So I have a sensor, that is I have enabled the things. It will be giving me the alert. You are sitting from more than 60 minutes. Get up and walk. I get some kind of alert from my smart handheld device. Why I'm saying this again? So it will data collection and real-time monitoring what I used to do. Whether my heart rate is normal or it's abnormal. Such a way we can get it. Automation. We can do for automation. Enable automated response based on sensor data. So if we say automated, based on the automation, the intake or the outcome will be varies. Example, as I mentioned, the nuclear plants. So based on the sensing the data from the nuclear plants, they will increase or reduce the fuel or reduce the radiation. Such a way they can react automatically, not by any human intervention. The last one is the decision making. If comes to decision making, as I mentioned, with the help of sensing my information, health information, so I can able to understand, okay, have I done my body work like exercise, fine or not. If I have not done properly today, at least I have to take one more step forward to make sure I have utilized my calories. So such a way, decision for data collection, real-time monitoring, automation, decision making, we use the sensors. And types of sensors in IoT, environmental sensors, motion sensors, proximity sensors, and we have optical sensors. Okay. So here, if we come into the detail, we are not going to use a specific set of sensors for a particular application. Example, if we take a smart agriculture, we not only stick with environmental sensor. We can go with the optical sensor. We can go with the proximity sensor. Okay, so we can use multi-display sensors into one application. Yes, there is a complication is there. We are going to discuss what are the difficulties when we use different sensors into one application. That's a different part. But so we can use the multiple sensors for a single application. Temperature sensor there, humidity, pressure, air quality. Okay. So these kind of different sensors we do have. So with the help of sensors, we can collect the data, process the data. With the help of process the data, we can take the decision what to do. Maybe nowadays we are listening the news about Delhi, right? What happened in Delhi? What happened in Delhi? Air pollution. So every, if you, in our news, in our regional news media, we are not getting much information about the Delhi air pollution. If you go look into the Hindi news channels or maybe the English news channels, every hour they used to display the air quality. Every hour they used to display the air quality of Delhi. So what is the index? Whether it's above 200 or below 200. Such a way they used to display. How they are monitoring? With the help of sensors. They are analyzing, processing. They are comparing the previous day with the current day air quality. And then they are saying there is an improvement. If it's going back, meaning more than 200 or 300, they are saying it's a bad air quality. So such a way, so here we can use on day-to-day life also to get the information about the air quality, temperature, humidity and pressure. Motion sensors, accelerometer, periscope, infrared application. I am going to speak about specific to infrared. We do have infrared in our mobile phones also, in our oldest phone, the smart handheld phones. Okay. But in the smartphones also, we do have IR in a specific model. Here, a few applications I want to share with you. Have you heard about the news? Recently, the Guwahati government announced AI-based sensing for elephant movement. So Guwahati basically is a state having more number of elephants compared to other states in India. So every week there will be 4 to 5 loss of elephant loss of life. Every week 4 to 5 elephants lost there. So they have initiated the objective for how to safeguard the elephants from. I am speaking about the crossing the railway track. Crossing the railway track. So they have implemented with the help of IoT enabled AI supported system. So whenever any elephant trying to cross the railway track, automatically the sensing will be happen. It will be sent to the AI. AI will be recognized whether the object moving going to cross the track is a elephant or something else. We can understand elephant is a huge object. So EAA says according to the AI information, whatever trains running in the particular track will be announced. There will be chances of elephant crossing. Make sure you run the train slow. So recently announced. It's I think 15 days or 20 days back only there was one thing. The second thing, in our state, Tamil Nadu also, recently announced about, they have started taking statics of wild animals. Static of wild animals. In Mudumalai Reserve Forest, they have implemented a IoT based sensor to capturing the wild animals. So how many animals in the, they have what they have done, they have fitted the cameras, they have fitted some drones, and they have fitted some sensors to capture the animal. Okay, how the infrared will be used here? Any idea? How the infrared will be used here? Here, the infrared detect motion through heat. Actually, every human, every living body having its own body temperature. So, with the help of body temperature, with the help of AI coming together, it will detect whether the object crossed the place it's a animal or human. Still, it's analyzed deeply. It will say a particular animal is crossed, whether it would be a lion, tiger, elephant, deer, whatever. So, such things of smarter life is changing in our lives. So we have using in forest to understand wild animals and their living and all. It comes to, as I mentioned again, so infrared is one of the, with the help of heat used in security systems, application, smart home automation fitness, optical sensors. For optical sensors, again it comes to mean for the solar lights. In our street lights, nowadays we have implemented this concept, right? So have you noticed earlier in maybe in our childhood, so there will be a person allocated or maybe taken care, there has to switch on and switch off. Evening time 6 o'clock means he will go and switch on the button. It all street lights closed. So same way in the morning 5 o'clock he has to switch off. But nowadays still is there. No, it's automated.
In our area it's
Available. Okay. So you're trying to implement that. Okay. So here, so most of the areas they change it into the conservation of energy with the help of lightning, or because throughout the year the sunrise and sunset is not same. It will different based on the monsoon and summer and the winter. So based on the lighting, whatever we are getting, even though sometimes because of the cyclone or maybe because of the rain, heavy rains, the street lights get on. The reason behind is the proper light is not coming to the sensor. It says its soundings looks dark to switch on. So automated is automated. Here with the help of photodiode, convert light into electrical signals to giving information to the electric circuit, switch on the light and switch off the light. Light sensors are there. Applications, we do have like cameras as I informed in the beginning. So in our smartphone itself, so if we keep a camera this way and the other ways in the lightning, it will change automatically. We can choose in the different. How it's possible with the help of sensors. Then proximity sensors, ultrasonic is there. Capacitive, as I said about the touch sensor we use in our smartphones. Then we do have the LiDAR and the application, touch screens, automated doors, and robotics. Okay. Now we discuss about different types of sensors. Now we are going to discuss about how to integrate the sensors with applications. So starting with sensor integration, here we will have the combining multiple sensors into a single IoT device. Combining multiple, as I mentioned, whatever sensor types we do have. So we don't want to go only with a single sensor, either environmental sensor, go with the light sensor. So we can create an application using a combination of multiple sensors. So as we see in our smartphones, we do have different sensors. In our handheld devices, we have different sensors. So such a way we can create the sensor integration, importance, essential for creating comprehensive monitoring and control systems. Then challenges, what challenges we do have if we go with the sensor integration? The main challenge we do have here is the power management. Power management is the one issue. So few sensors will accurate in manner. The few sensors not accurate in manner, number one. The number two, if we do use two different types of sensors for one application, there will be chances the data will be little mismatch. Okay, so still the research is going on how to make sure advancement of the sensors. So whatever sensors nowadays we are using for the IoT devices, not much advanced. Okay, but still the advancement is going on to how to have the challenges facing here to be neglected, whether it's a power management or maybe the data accuracy or the communication protocols. Steps for integration: selecting sensors, choose sensors based on requirements for what application we are using. The next one is the interfacing, connecting sensors to microcontrollers, then data processing, then communication. So here, selecting the sensor first, we are connecting the, interfacing the sensors, then it will be data process, converting raw sensor data into usable information, then we are sending the sensor information to the IoT hubs. IoT hub. From the IoT hub, it will transfer into the system application. What it means the IoT hub? Very simple. IoT hub is a kind of system. It will collect all the information from the sensors and it will be shared. Very simple, like as I mentioned, my mobile should be connected with this smart gadget, then only I can able to see in application how many steps I have walked today, right? At the same time, if my device is not connected with the Bluetooth, even though it will keep the record. Once I will turn on the Bluetooth in my smartphone, then the data, whatever is stored here, it will be shared to my mobile and it will be analyzed. The same way here, there's a communication. IoT hubs like collecting the information, then passing to the application. Application will be analyze the data. Yeah, sensor data collection, analog based, as we discussed earlier, analog based digital sensors we do have. Analog sensors output continuous signals, digital sensors discrete values, zeros and ones. Data conversion, we can use the ADC circuit for converting analog data into digital data. Which data is helpful to analyze? Analog and digital. In data, which data we use to analyze? Digital, we need a digital. Definitely, if analog sensor means we need a ADC circuit to convert a analog data into a digital form. Then importance of calibration, ensure sensor accuracy through regular calibration. Okay. Here, I forgot about one application. Actually, we do have the small glucometer for checking our blood sugar. Glucometer. If when we buy the glucometer, along with the glucometer, they will give one solution. Maybe if you, not a sprinter, it's a glucose. Basically, it's a glucose. The reason behind why they are giving the glucose, they are, because no, we are believing on the small device. So whatever sugar level it shows, accordingly we act. If it shows more than 150 or 200, we are panic. Your sugar is there, it's going high, panic. So what they do, what they advise, the manufacturer, before checking your glucose, put a drop of the liquid into the strip, check the accuracy of the meter first. Yes or no? If the meter is not proper, if the value is not proper, what happens? It's an issue to us, issue to the device or to us? To us, right? So that's why they advise always. I'm not sure we will get in all the glucometer, but for my parents, whenever I used to buy the glucometer, glucose solution they will give before checking at least weekly once or the monthly once we have to check to make sure the device is working fine. The glucose shows the 100, value is 100. If the value is less than 100 or the greater than 100, it means the device is having some issue. We have to calibrate. So why I'm telling this, calibration is very important in IoT. If the IoT is not calibrated well, so what happens? The data we are getting from the sensors may be defective. So that's the thing. So communication protocol, and mostly we are focusing on the wireless protocol for IoT applications instead of the wired protocol. What are the familiar wireless protocol we can use for the communication from IoT to IoT here is Zigbee. Zigbee is the familiar one, Zigbee, and we can use Bluetooth or we can use the Wi-Fi, and we have one more protocol. So Zigbee is the one familiar we can use to make the communication between IoT to IoT hubs. Integration challenges, scalability, adding more sensors increase complexity, data overload, interference, security. Yes. Here I want to give one idea about security. The smart devices and IoT applications exist in developed countries like US, UK from very long. In 2015, there was an incident. Because of the IoT device. Basically, the IoT devices, the user can switch on the geyser on or off with the help of application. I will repeat. The user can switch on the geyser on or off with the help of application. I forgot the exact name of the company. This is a use case I studied. So here, the user can use the application to switch on the heater. What they do, we know in foreign countries the weather is drastic. Sometimes goes in the minus, sometimes the peak temperature. So whenever they are in minus temperature, what they want? They want hot water, right? So one company introduced a smart geyser. Geyser means water heater. Okay. So they introduced a smart geyser. Most of the people are very happy because at that particular time, I have experienced that one. Whenever the chill climate in minus degree, so when we put a geyser, we won't get even though in Ooty also we feel the same. In Ooty, if we want a hot water, we have to switch on the geyser at least 5 minutes or 10 minutes before. Then only we get the hot water. But nowadays I am not sure. But same way, what they used to do, they used to turn on the heater when they are leaving the office. When they reach to when reach to home, the hot water is available. They used to have the hot water. That's the application they have introduced. Most of them were with the application. They have installed the smart geyser and all. Hope you have heard about the cyber security, right? Cyber security basically securing the devices. So attacker is the people with bad motive. They are doing something wrong with the applications. The attackers, what they have done, they have changed the code. They have changed the code into their application. What they change the code? When they are turning on, it should goes off. When it's turning off, it goes on. They have changed. That is the attacker. If you know about the cyber, you can attacker motive is bad motive. So what they changed the application, coding. So one fine day, most of the calls coming to the XYZ company says that your appliance is not working properly. They confused because everything is a reputed company. I forgot, you can Google it for the case study, you will get the idea. So they got complete calls from them, and after that they recognized hackers have changed the application. So why I'm mentioning over here, security is very, very important in IoT. Protecting central data from unauthorized access. There will be chances it leads to wrong decision, because we are using IoT information, the IoT data information for decision making. Yes or no? Decision making. If the data is wrong, what happened? The decision also wrong. So very important checking the IoT. As I mentioned, the use case happened in US. Then scalability, adding more sensors increase complexity, data overload, managing large volume of sensor data. Again, it depends on our coding. We can change the timing intervals. Whether I want a data to be processed in millisecond, or maybe second, or maybe minute. So if we keep the millisecond intervals, what happens? The data will be more. Second interval, the data will be normal. So if in minutes, the data will be moderate. So such a way here, we have to make sure the interval of time interference. Wireless signals can interfere with sensor communication. As we know, mostly the wireless signals in radio frequencies, we have to confirm no interference like electromagnetic interference in electrical lines. The same way here, no radio frequency interference between the communication. Sensor maintenance, regular calibration as I mentioned, firmware update is important, troubleshoot components. Here, before going to data monitoring, I want to share one information. Whenever we are going with, we are going to work with IoT devices, we face one difficulty is costing. For example, if we speak about Raspberry, Arduino, it's in market is little bit costlier. So what I suggest, personally advise, don't go with the standard one. We do have alternate IoT kits also available in the market. So if I say we have a ESP32 microcontroller, IoT based microcontroller, it's available in only $300 in market. So instead of going with the Raspberry Arduino, we can start our applications, we can start our implementation deployment with ESP32 kind of this. So ESP32 supports most of the sensors. ESP32 supports most of the sensors. It's user friendly also. Once we find with our development, we plan to go further. So then we can go with the Arduino or Raspberry. Got it? So that's the one thing I want to share with you. So nowadays we also changed from Raspberry Arduino to ESP32. The reason behind this, we used to conduct faculty development program. All the time we used to carry almost 5 to 6 kits to the colleges to provide faculty members to do their practicals. Okay. What difficulties we used to face? Number one, carrying the kits itself difficult. 5-6 keys from one location to other location. The second is, if there will be any mismatch in connectivity, the kit will be collapsed. The kit will be goes off. So instead of we are spending that much, spending on Arduino and Raspberry Pi, this time we have started ESP32. So ESP32 along with the sensors is cost nearby 800 to 900 rupees. So we used to give each kit to 3 participants. So the 3 participants can use each kit. So that is the better way. If you want to experiment IoT developmental applications, you start with ESP32. Also, we do have firmware available in the internet, and we do have the sensor data and the coding everything available in the internet. So we can get it from the platforms. Data monitoring. So next step is the data monitoring. Data monitoring is a continuous collection of data from sensors in real time. So here, data monitoring in IoT mechanism provides insights into system performance and environmental condition. As we discussed earlier, with the help of sensors, it will collect the data, physical data, and it will gives the analog or digital data based on the sensor. Okay. After that step, the sensor is sensing the information, it's creating the data and giving to us. After that one, what will be the process? Monitoring will be the process. So that's we are going to discuss here. Why we are monitoring? Why we should monitor? Why we should monitor the data? Exactly. What is it?
Calibration.
Calibration purpose. Calibration means whether my process is going inline or not. If I want to know whether my process is going inline or not. Example. So heartbeat should be between 60 to 80. Okay, it should not go below 40. So I can calibrate my heartbeat. Such a way I can calibrate the furnace heat. The furnace heat should not go down in some factory. In chemical factory there will be some standard heat they used to follow. In the optical, in manufacturing of the glasses, there will be some furnace heat should be maintained. So in the place they will monitor all the time. They will monitor all the time. If they find any reduction of temperature or increasing in temperature, so they have to monitor. Otherwise, what happens? The product will spoil. The product will spoil. The same thing is applicable to our smart agriculture also. We are going to discuss in coming slides. Then protocols. We can use the communicate using protocols like MQTT, QoAP, and HTTP. And examples, real-world examples like smart home devices and farming. Wireless communication. So as I mentioned, Zigbee. This is the one I forgot to tell you. LoRa, low range connectivity, LoRa. So same like a Wi-Fi connectivity. With the help of LoRa also we can have the connectivity between IoT devices. IoT sensors with IoT hub. IoT hub. LoRa is the device. LoRa we can use. Zigbee is the familiar we know, and Bluetooth connectivity. So here, advantage, flexibility, scalability, and ease of development. The challenges again here is the security concerns, power consumption, interference. As of now, in our India, no one disturbs the IoT applications. As of now, okay, no one disturbs the IoT applications going well today. As I mentioned, one example of the US, not here. Okay. But in future, we people have to give importance to security of IoT application also, IoT devices also. Yes. So whatever applications we are creating over here, they will be in wrong hands. Okay. So that is security is the one concern. Power consumption and interference is the second concern. Data processing. First we have collected the data. Second we have monitored the data. Third we are going to process the data. What is the process data analyzing? We are having many tools called as a business intelligence tool. Business intelligence tool. If I say the examples, Power BI. Have you heard about Power BI? Power BI, business Tableau. We have such a way of we do have some analytics tool we can use for our analysis purpose. Just to Yeah. So here, the process of transforming raw sensor data into valuable information. As I mentioned just before, having IoT sensor and collecting the information only, not the way to complete our IoT application. The final stage should be process the data. Process the data. As I mentioned earlier, like my handheld device is collecting the information with the help of sensor. It will be record the information, at the same time the data will be passed to my smartphone. Okay, as ma'am mentioned about the, we do have temperature sensor in our smartphones, but not in all models, in specific models. But how we used to get information about the humidity, information about the temperature of our surroundings, or maybe a specific district or specific locality, basically there will be a sensor available by a public bodies that is sensing the information going to the cloud. With the help of cloud, we have connected the application. In the application, whatever we are seeing right today, temperature is 26 degrees Celsius, 27 degrees Celsius, are going to be rain. The prediction of raining is 44%, 55%, 18%. How we are getting this information? Do we have any sensor in our smartphones? No.
Cloud.
Basically, we are getting from the cloud. So where is the sensor actually? They, the public bodies fixing some sensors. From the sensors gathering the information. That information will be monitored. Monitor, who will be monitored? We are monitoring. No, who will be monitored? The people from the weathercast. Weathercast they used to monitor. Only we do monitor a process. We used to see what is the condition of today's, whether it's going to be rain or not. Okay, that is called data processing here. The process of transforming raw sensor data into valuable information. How it would be? Data collection, pre-processing, analysis, then it will be stored. So here, edge-based cloud computing. The storing, last step storing, that would be in two ways. Not only in the weather, even though in all the IoT applications, we can store the data in two ways, either in the edge computing or maybe in the cloud processing. What is the edge computing and the cloud computing? There's a difference. Edge computing is the device we have in our own premises. If you take most of the government organizations won't share the data with private bodies. They will keep the data internally. So such time what they do, they will go with the edge processing. Data is processed close to the source. The second is the cloud processing. Data is sent to central server for analysis. So private bodies, so private companies, they are having the cloud servers. So data will be goes there. Then it will be analyzed. Then we are getting with the help of UI interface. So like the health monitor we do have in our smartphones, or maybe the weather forecasting, rain forecasting, everything is like a available from the cloud processing. Importance enables real-time decision making and automation based on sensor data. Okay, now we are entering into use cases in agriculture. So whatever we discussed from the beginning till the last slide is become about generic IoT concepts. What is IoT? Ecosystem, sensor, communication, data monitoring, data processing. These are the generic terms of IoT, development of IoT application. How using that concept into agriculture, make the agriculture called as smart agriculture. The term is always we used to smart, right? Smart home, smart agriculture, smart watch, smartphone, right? Why? Yes, of course. It's related to automation. It's related to automation. So here we are going to discuss about how we can implement IoT in agriculture. Okay. IoT in agriculture integrates sensors and technology to optimize farming practice, enhance crop yield, improve resource management, and ensure sustainability. Before discussing about this, every year, especially in our state Tamil Nadu, so nearby, especially if we say the east coast of sea, so Chennai and neighbor states like Kanjipuram, the Chengalpet, and moving forward here Kadalur, district headquarters Kadalur, then Nagapattinam. So this east coast road mostly affecting because of the cyclones, heavy rainfall. Yes or no? Most of the effects goes to agriculture. They will lose acres of crops because of the heavy rain. Here, yet not anyone is having in and around surroundings. Are they following any kind of smart ideas to safeguard from the rain or maybe safeguard from any cyclones? Do you have any idea? Because in my side we don't have first of all agricultural land surroundings of Chennai. If you want to see the agricultural land, we have to move out of Chennai from at most 40 to 50 kilometers. We don't have. That's why I'm asking you guys. So here, every year we used to lose acres of crops because of the fall of rain or maybe floods and all. Recently also 10 days, 15 days back, one cyclone was hit at the neighbor districts like Kadalur and all. Okay, here, IoT in agriculture, we can enhance crop yield, improve resource management and ensure sustainability. How we can do? Precision farming. If we go to the precision farming, with the help of sensors, what it is, the proximity sensor, or the humidity sensor, or the temperature sensor, we can able to sense farming IoT technique to monitor crop condition meticulously, optimizing inputs like water and fertilizer for enhanced productivity and sustainability. Two things: the crops will be lost because of two things: either over water or without water. Yes or no? Either the crops will be unused because of the over water or without water. Sometimes what we do, because of the floods or maybe the natural disasters, the overflow of water into the crops, it will crash. At the same time, if the farmers are not following the proper irrigation, like water flow to the land, so what happens? There will be chance of crops will be lost. So here we do have humidity sensors. We have humidity sensors, or we have the humidity sensors. Air quality we don't want for the agriculture. We can go with the last time we have used sensor. This humidity sensor. But one more sensor is that we can use to monitor the soil sensor. Actually, it's a soil sensor. With the help of soil sensor, we can able to monitor the wetness of the soil. Wetness of the soil. So with the help of wetness of the soil, we can understand whether the crops need water or not. Yes or no? If wetness of the soil is less, what we have to do? Open the water. If wetness is good, the crop is going on the water. If the again wetness is wetness is more, so we can stop water for 2 days. So such a way, with the help of soil sensor, we can monitor the wetness of a soil again based on the crop. So here, if we come to The humidity sensor is for the what is the humid level of the in and around the farm. We can analyze. So based on the, for example, more humid we try to use the drop level water speed. So such a way we can create some kind of automation or create some kind of advancement into putting water into the farms. That one. The next one is smart sensors. What are the sensors we do use? Soil moisture sensors, as I mentioned. Soil moisture sensor used to control the soil wetness. The second one is the weather sensor. Weather sensor is for what is the situation for a particular day. The weather is more humid or less humid. Based on the more humid, less humid, what we can do? We can increase or decrease the water flow to the crops. Then we have drones and aerial imagery sensors. Recently, I'm not sure, that is in Punjab. They have introduced drone for spreading the fertilizer. Have you got any news about it? They started in Punjab. They have started. So that's why I told the drone. Whose domain? Drone is from IT domain. IT domain, automobile domain, mechanical domain. So here everyone should working together. The very why the IoT is in the conclusion we are going to discuss about the why IoT is not going much further. The reasons behind, so it's split into multiple domains. When the multiple domains together working on the IoT application, then only it will be success. Okay, electronic instrumentation, automobile, manufacturing. It's put together the effort only we can develop. Example, drone used for agriculture. They started splitting the fertilizer using the drone. So drone is developed by one automobile domain. Then the IoT, electric instrumentation domain. Then agriculture. So three domains together made one success. Such a way in IoT, the lagging is the inter-domain activity is very less. That is the one disadvantage. So here, with the help of drone and aerial image sensors, we can monitor the crops, or we can use the drone for spraying the fertilizer. Recently also in Tamil Nadu, I heard that news, one of the farmer, when he is trying to spray the fertilizer in the farms, so he lost life. Recently, I think 15 days back, I heard in news. My hobby is every night, specific particular 1 hour, I want to see the news. So that's why I used to collect the information, whether it's a technical or maybe the non-technical. I used to gather some information. It really is relative to my teaching also sometimes. But I heard 15 days back only. It's happened in Tamil Nadu only. So such places, what we can do, we can use the drones to spray the fertilizer. Livestock trackers and nutrient sensors. Livestock trackers, yeah. So we do use the sensor like GPS sensor. So track the livestock. So we discuss about in the coming slide how we can sense the livestock, like whether cow farming or the hen farming or maybe the sheep farming, how we can use the sensor. So data analytics in agriculture. So we are using the predictive analytics for forecasting of the weather, forecasting of the soil, to understand better about how to make sure the agriculture is fine. Then the next one is the perspective analytics, spatial analytics, and yield prediction, resource optimization. So here data analytics in agriculture uses IoT data to enhance decision making, optimize resource, and improve crop yield by analyzing soil, weather, and crop health trends. Okay. So by this way, what we can do, as I mentioned earlier, with multiple sensors together, we can monitor the agriculture. Not only the soil, humid, if you are having the doing any farming, live animals farming, so we can monitor with the help of infrared sensor. Then automated irrigation system. Automated irrigation system is made for, we can monitor the agriculture or crop yield or the growth of the crop. One more information, few farmers are reported that every year they used to cultivate good enough number of corn from their land, but last year they couldn't able to make the cultivation. The reason behind is due to some disease into the corn plant. The corns, they are having a seed of the corn, but the opening, nothing is there. No seeds are there. Such kind of reports came to agriculture department. Then agriculture department done the analysis, investigation. Then they have given the report says that is because of the disease. In a modern life, not only human beings facing the new disease, in agriculture also the plants also facing. Okay, so new things are coming. So here we have to monitor the health of the plant also, health of the crop also. How we can monitor? So with the help of growth, if the yield is growing or not growing, so there will be some standards. So in a particular duration, the yield should be grow such time length in millimeter or meter. If not growing, there will be some issue with the crop. So such a way we can here automated irrigation system use technology to optimize water usage in agriculture, delivering the right amount of water to crops at the right time. As discussed, these systems rely on various sensors and IoT devices to monitor soil moisture, weather conditions, and plant water requirements. Here's break down how they function and their benefits. Sensor integration, efficient water use, as mentioned, remote control and monitoring with the help of drones, enhance crop health and aids, then cost savings. If we do follow, even though in our corners, we used to see wastage of water. Most of the time, water will be run through. Either, as I mentioned, it will overflow the crops, or maybe sometimes no water for the crops. So how we can monitor? Again, with the help of the IoT devices. Based on the IoT devices, data monitoring, data processing, we can decide whether to open the water or not. The last one, crop monitoring and management. Real-time monitoring is that field sensors gather soil moisture, temperature, and crop health data for immediate response. Disease and pest detection. So drones and imaging tech detects early signs of pest and disease for timely intervention. I can give one use case to understand this disease and pest detection. Last year in 2023, there is a big issue in our India, especially the border of Pakistan. Anyone remember what is the issue? It is a big issue, especially that issue belongs to agriculture.
Locust.
Huh?
Locust.
Locust, yeah. It's spread over Punjab, right? It's very difficult to the farmers. They couldn't able to even visit the sites. So that much difficult there. After that, they have started burning some waste, and they started. Then again, it's went out. So so how we can control? Finally, they have came to know that the locust came from Pakistan. Came from Pakistan. How they are analyzed? So with the help of, again, they have used the drones. They started playing the drones, and they came to know that this started from Pakistan too, and it's spread into Punjab areas, especially to the crops aided over there. So such a way we can use the advancement of IoT to understand more about not only for the benefits of farmers, also how to protect the agriculture, how to protect the crops. Supply chain optimization, this is also one of the important. Maybe we are, everything is standard, like if you go to buy a rice, standard price, right? It will increase only, won't decrease. Are you agree with me? If you go to buy a milk or oil or any other kind of grocery, everything will be go increase only, no decrease, reverse. But agriculture things like vegetables, fruits and all, what happening? Fluctuation, over fluctuation. Nowadays is very, very difficult. Today the tomato will be 20 or 30 rupees, tomorrow it would be 50 rupees, 80 rupees, then 10 rupees. Then the reason behind, huh? Yeah, surplus. Sometimes it will be the shortage, sometimes it will be the surplus. So how to manage this one? When it will be managed, if we have a proper system to monitor the data. Monitor data in the sense, for example, at the time of floods, cyclones and all, the tomato rate was 80 rupees. Recently, 3 days back, the tomato rate was 20 rupees. I used to purchase, okay. That's why I'm telling exactly. So 20 rupees. So how many? Almost the folded, the values are reduced. The reason behind is because of the surplus of the product, it's the value goes down. Maybe because of that only farmers also literally crying. Sometimes we used to see in news channels, they have to put their vegetables, whatever crop vegetables and some stuff into dustbins. The reason behind, they are not getting enough amount for their work they have done, the effort they have put over there. So the reason behind this is one of the important cause here. Supply chain optimization is not in agriculture. So okay, how we can implement the supply chain optimization with the help of IoT? Let's discuss few points here. So first one is the traceability. So in the traceability, we can able to find out one more information, the price fluctuation not only because of the surplus or shortage, it's because of the intermediator also. They used to keep the things in their storage, trying to increase the rate, then they will take out the thing. That's intermediate also. So that's why traceability is important. The farming, once we, whatever things will be ill, so we can trace where is there. Whether it reaches to the market or reaches to the customer or not. Such a way. The next one is inventory management. Inventory management says about what is the stock available. So what is the need of daily basis. So what is the stock is there, whether to increase the stock or decrease the stock. The third one is the demand forecasting. So all the time demand is not same, right? If especially to the farmer items, the demand will be different based on the situation or the weather conditions. So here, demand forecasting is one of the key factors we have to monitor. Then transportation logistics. So again, if it comes to transportation logistics, whether the product is reaching to the end user or not, we can track. So here what happened, basically, the farmers are selling the product for very cheap rate to the intermediator. The intermediator will fix one rate, then they will sell out to the global market, right? This is the going on. So with the help of such kind of supply chain optimization, we can able to monitor, manage the supply of a farming items. So then finally, collaboration platform is very, very important. So this is the very biggest lag in our, especially into the farming item business. So no direct selling and buying products. So because of the intermediating, it's going. There will be some fluctuations. There will be some kind of price like negotiation is happening. So these are the things we can implement with the help of IoT. So we can have the traceability with the help of IoT, like where my product is going. So whatever jobs we have done, whether it's enough for the supply, whatever jobs is done, whether it's reached to the customer or not. So such a way we can trace out everything with the help of IoT. Then livestock monitoring. If it comes to, as I mentioned, for the livestock, whether it would be a cow livestock or maybe the hen or maybe the sheep. So we can have this one. Very important is the health monitoring sensors of the health monitoring sensors. We do have two types of sensors. One is GPS based, other one is the column based. Okay, so the column based, basically the column based sensors is kind of a wristband. Okay, how we do have a wristband, the same way the column based sensor for the livestock animals. It will be collect the information about the temperature of the animal and what is the intake of the animal. Even it will recognize the movement of the animal. So everything will be taken care with the help of the health monitoring sensor. Then GPS tracker for the get to know the location of the animal. So where is it? Then automated feeding system. Automated feeding system. Yes, here also few private poultry industries have started. So if we can say, have you seen the video or promo video of the Arogya? So maybe we comes to know there will be some kind of IoT devices they are enabled. So kind of disbursement of feeding to the animals and the automated feeding systems, and they are the cow segregation, everything they have implemented. Then behavioral analysis we can monitor. Challenges and solutions. These are the challenges we do have. These are solutions we do have. High initial cost. High initial cost, as I mentioned just before, we don't want to look into standard IoT application in the beginning itself. Instead of, we can go with the ESP32, cheap, very cost effective. Even though if it's not working also, we can buy the new one. If we go with the other kind of kit, it's costlier one. So why I'm saying, if we go with the Arduino, Raspberry, again, many sellers are selling as a kit. That's why it's costlier. So whatever sensors we require, we can go with the sensors under the microcontroller. What is it? So such a way we can go with the ESP32, that's costlier, cost-effective technology nowadays. Connectivity issues also rectified with the help of Zigbee, Wi-Fi, LoRa protocols. We can connect. Then third one is the data management and security. We do have plenty of tools freely available in the market for data analysis. We think of how to analyze the data. You can look into Google, so there will be many applications providing us the platform to analyze the data freely. If I say Power BI is also one of the freely available tool. Basically it's from the Microsoft, but we can use for the certain limit as a free. So the tools are available in the market. If it comes to technical skill gap, training and education is mandatory. So we have to promote the farmers about this education, especially how we can do the smart agriculture, what are the benefits of the smart agriculture. So first of all, if we show the smartphone to them, they are panic about the smartphone. They are not ready to use the smartphones. I will tell me from my experience, we do have one verticals in ICT Academy that is called PMG Disha. PMG Disha is an exclusive program for remote areas. Remote areas means those are living in villages, not aware of how to use the digital devices. So whenever we used to contact them, they usually what they do, they will come to center, they will sit like that. Our representative will fix the webcam here and switch on the video conference here. and turn on the camera, make sure everyone is visible. Whenever we are speaking with them, they are not ready to accept the technology. They used to say, sir, we don't want. Actually, no, I'm speaking about north part of India. So they say in Hindi, हम लोग को नहीं चाहिए, हम लोग इसे सुन रहे. So why I'm saying this? They are panic about the technology. We have to educate them. No, nothing to worry. So we have to give some use cases, some real life applications, the advantage or benefits of the automation. So that's the way we have to educate the farmers. Also, one more good thing is nowadays we do have many agriculture universities, colleges educating about the agriculture. Very interesting is in my experience, few of the IT guys, those work as a developer, programmer and all, they left their job and they started farming, agriculture and all. That kind of people started doing with the such kind of automation. So we can give some use cases to the farmers. Say, see the people from IT industries coming down and doing the agriculture with the help of automation. Such a way we have promote the automation to educate the farmers to make sure they are ready to equip with the such kind of IoT related information. Then last one is integration with existing system, customizable IoT solutions. Conclusion, IoT in agriculture enhances efficiency, productivity and sustainability, leveraging farming with real-time data, research management and innovative solutions to challenges in modern agriculture. One thing I want to reiterate here, as I mentioned just before, the IoT application development not belongs to a single domain. It's a multi-factor domain. So multi-domain should be together, develop a IoT application would be successful. That's why for this IoT programs, we used to call from different domains. We used to conduct the faculty development programs for 5 days. In that 5 days program, we do have some kind of hands-on. So every day afternoon, we conduct the hands-on, like how to use the soil sensor to monitor the soil, use the motion detector sensor to how to detect the motion, how to analyze the data. Such a way we used to conduct the faculty development program. So that time we used to give opportunity to multi-factor discipline. Some faculty members from mechanical, some are from the civil also come. So nowadays civil also using IoT, yes or no? Where they are using? In civil also they are using IoT. Smart homes, right? Smart homes they have started. So such a way in civil also thing. So it's a multidisciplinary fact. We have to work together to make sure success in development of a IoT application, either specific to smart agriculture or any other industries. That's all from my side. Thank you all for going to my lecture over here. So expecting your involvement in developing the IoT applications related to smart agriculture. Thank you all. Thanks for the opportunity.
Any doubts or anything you want to discuss with him regarding the IoT or anything regarding the ICT Academy also? If you want any doubts, faculties, if you want means you can make use of this opportunity. If you want to do any collaborations or any training sessions in your colleges means, please feel free to contact you.
How to get the cyber security expert?
Sorry?
How to get the cyber security expert certificate? Got some certificates.
Okay, you want some certification, sir. Basically, I can give you 2 ideas. Number 1, if you are speaking or if you are interested related to IoT with securing the IoT, that's different part. If you want to purely about the cyber security, it's different part. So which part you want? The first one or the second? Both actually. So if you secure the IoT in IoT applications, it's part of the cyber security. It's part of the cyber security. If you want to know both, if you go to the cyber security domain, it will tells you about how to secure the all connected devices in internet. So automatically the IoT comes under this. Okay. If you want to specialize in cyber security, what I suggest you have to do some research. Like we do have some basic courses available in internet analysis. So I can give you the specific website called www.cisconetakart.com. Okay, if you go there, you will find a free course related to cyber security essential. You have to complete the cyber security essential first. Why I am telling this? Before moving further, you have the awareness about the particular domain. Once you get the information from that particular site, then you can look for the CEH certification. CEH certification, Certified Ethical Hacker. It's from the EC Council. It's a very familiar certification. EC Council is a company. Company means it's an organization like Cisco. So they are the master in cyber security. Not in India, globe level. They are in the cyber security domain. So if you complete the CEH, you become again associate level ethical hacker. Associate level ethical hacker. You want to get expert, there will be plenty of opportunities there. First, you have to complete the cyber security essentials course from Cisco to get to know about cyber security industry first. The second case is you can look into the CEH certification. You can complete CEH, Certified Ethical Hacker. Certified Ethical Hacker.
Program available in Cisco. No,
In Cisco, Cyber Security Essentials.
okay.
There is two different. Essentials for basics, CEH for the advanced.
Oh, in EC Council.
Yeah, EC Council is a little bit advanced, associate level.
There is any
1 minute, sir. I am coming now.
Training and faculty development programs, are you providing industrial training?
Industrial in case of. So basically what we do, we have two types of trainings. One is from our side, our expert trainers come to colleges, deliver the training. In other case, what we do, we call the industry people. Those are working in the industry environment. We are calling them to teach the faculty members. But that is exclusive program. We won't conduct frequently. It's quarterly once or 2 months once we used to conduct. So that's a
Engineering technology. I thank Sherief for his wonderful lecture regarding the IoT. I request Murugan to honor the Sherief with the shawl and Ubuntu.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.